Happy Thursday, everyone. Let's go over the games happened on Wednesday, January 8th, 2025. The first game is the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Cavaliers. Coming into this game, both teams have combined over 85% win rate, which you don't really see this very often, these kind of matchups in the regular season. The Cavs beat the Oklahoma City Thunder at home. Pretty impressive by the Cavaliers, to be honest, because this team, they have no major player changes. There's a coaching change, and that's about it. Right? They still have the same guys. Last year, Garland was hurt most of the year, and they were not good at all last year. And they're turning things around. And it's not that one particular player had a crazy transformation. Like this game, Donovan Mitchell, supposedly their best player goes 3 for 16, they still win the game. And they got so many guys that can do everything. Like Mobley can do a bit everything. Caris LeVert coming off the bench, not do everything. I take that back. I mean, they have players know their roles, right? You have Max Juice coming off the bench, goes 6 for 7 front of the field. Pretty well balanced game, pretty deep as well. You know, Ty Jerome actually is a guy who can come off the bench, play 10, 15 minutes. He was a +2. Isaac Okoro actually was a +12 in his minutes, in his 30 minutes. For the Thunder, Shea still got his 31 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. Really good game from him. He showed up, but he took 27 shots and only got to the line 4 times. So either the Cavaliers played great defense on him without fouling, or this game was officiated a little bit differently. Jalen Williams, 25 points, 9 assists, 3 steals and block. Amazing. Isaiah Hartenstein, no defensive stats, but had 11 rebounds, 8 assists. It will be interesting to see how many minutes he's going to get if once Holmgren comes back. Are they going to play both of them together? So does that mean Lou Dort is going to be the shooting guard or Jalen Williams is going to be the shooting guard? Jalen Williams could be a shooting guard, but now he's playing at the power forward position. Lou Dort had a steal and 2 blocks, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. He could be a streamer. That's about it for defensive stats. But he consistently put up defensive stats and hit some threes as well. For the Cavaliers, Jerry Allen is the one who actually popped off. 7 offensive rebound, 11 rebound total, 6 assists, 3 steals and blocks. You see, Jerry Allen, he's setting those good picks. He's after the dribble handoff. I mean, imagine that's how he's getting those assists. Pretty good. Mobley, they're 2 big men. Got 6 and 7 assists. It's really telling. It's not like those big men all of a sudden, pass the ball really well. No, it's just the whole team. They move the ball around. Everybody gets some assists. Everybody gets some touches. And the field goal is just insane as well. Other than Donovan, right? Everybody else, they shot 52%. And Oklahoma City Thunder supposedly is one of the best defensive team in the league. But you have Dean Wade going 4 for 5, right? Great game. The next one is the Chicago Bulls lost to the Pacers. They just had a crazy comeback the other night. The Bulls, they lost to the Pacers here. Nikola Vucevic played just 26 minutes. Why is that? Actually, I don't know. He's not hurt. He was not in foul trouble. Played just 27 minutes. Oh, okay, this is because, this was a blowout. 2 blocks is great, 7 rebounds. Sure, pretty good game. Efficiency-wise. Kobe White had 3 threes, 19 points, and 5 assists. I'll take it. While Josh Giddey played just 21 minutes. This is also a blowout. So the minutes, some of these guys. But, Lonzo Ball has been consistently getting 20 to 25 minutes. And Lonzo Ball only got 20, maybe because of the blowout too. So it's just a split minute situation. It could get worse for Josh Giddey, to be honest, as Lonzo Ball ramps up more. Patrick Williams goes 0 for 5. Yeah, not worried about him. While Zach LaVine had a great one. 12 for 20 from the field, 31 points. But this is another situation. I'm actually surprised he's putting on pretty good numbers, but the trade rumors, why try so hard? For the Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton 13 assists, 16 rebounds, 16 points. That's really good. Honestly, this line is the top is first, maybe end of first round, early second. If he can average this, 13 assists is amazing, crazy good efficiency, and you're adding those 2 steals. Tyrese Halliburton's value is never really is coming from his points, right? So 16 points is he was never gonna average 25 points, right? 20 points, 11 assists, with crazy good efficiency, a lot of defensive stats, and 3 threes a game. That's really good. Andrew Nembhard had a great one, 5 assists and 2 steals with 14 points, with crazy good efficiency. Sure, he'll be a good streamer for assists. And Thomas Bryant got his NBA start. I did not even know he's on this team. But he's a big that does not get any defensive stats. Well, 2 steals here, but he usually doesn't get any defensive stats. So, we could stream him for mainly field goal purposes if Miles Turner continues to be out. Pascal Siakam had 26 points and 3 threes. That's decent. Versus a bad matchup. Yeah, he's just been so inconsistent. Not inconsistent, so consistent. Getting those. Benedict Mathurin played 25 minutes, 8 points. That's it. Yeah, not much to talk about. The next one is the Washington Wizards lost to Sixers. Sixers barely beat them, and Wizards did not even have Alex Sarr. Alex Sarr is probably not a winning player, but Jordan Poole for sure brings a lot for the team. But they only beat them by 6 points at home. Valanciunas is a pretty capable backup, but he was a minus 18. He's 21 minutes. They're just not playing him huge minutes. It is what it is. 14 rebounds is great in a block, but had 8 turnovers. Yeah. He struggled a lot. Carrington, as long as Poole is out, and even when Poole is playing, he was getting a lot of minutes. So at this point, he offers assists. That's really a little bit of threes. If you want those, sure, you could stream him. Below Coulibaly, ever since Kyle Kuzma is back, he's now getting 37 minutes. That's a big difference. Right now, he played 30. Only didn't really do much. Usage is super low. Let's just see, right? If he continues this performance, it's okay to drop him, right? But if Kyle Kuzma is out, he starts getting 37 minutes, then we can pick. Then we can pick him back up. Kyle Kuzma, just 16 points, even without Jordan Poole. So, honestly, he could definitely be droppable. But for now, let's just hold, see how things work out. But come playoff time for sure. He's first. If you don't need points, he could be the first guy you drop. Keyshawn George started, didn't do anything. But if Sarr, if he continues to start, we could stream him for threes. Same thing with Corey Kispert. He had a decent game, but he mainly a 3-point guy. For the Sixers, of course, Embiid and George, it's actually crazy. How many games these two guys missed. But again, both guys, they don't have that many. I don't think that it's serious. They're gonna play, right? They're not gonna miss like another week. Ubisali, he started. He needs to be streamed with Embiid out. 34 minutes here, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, still in 2 blocks, and 5 threes. He's gonna get paid. He's a center that can shoot a lot of threes. Really valuable in the league. He's obviously undersized center, but he could be a power forward. Caleb Martin, 8 points, 2 assists, still in 3 blocks. We could stream him with everybody out. I think it's pretty clear. Kelly Oubre Jr., same thing. He brought the defensive stats, 2 steals and 2 blocks with 15 points. And even Eric Gordon, if Paul George continues to be out, we could stream him for threes in the short term. Tyrese Maxey continues to get his defensive stats. He's second in the NBA in steals, 2 steals. That's very impressive from him. Consider years in the past, he's below. He didn't get any steals. 6 assists, 3 threes, 29 points. But I think we all know, with no Embiid, his efficiency is pretty bad. But the volume of scoring threes and assists goes up. So depending on what you need, but you take those. The next game is the Toronto Raptors got destroyed by the New York Knicks. Not destroyed, but this is RJ Barrett playing his former team. RJ Barrett in a little bit foul trouble. Played just 28 minutes, 16 points, and 5 rebounds. But with Emmanuel quickly back, I think his usage is going to take a hit. Right, he's still going to average 20 points, but he was averaging like 30 a lot of those games. Those games will still happen, but just not as much. Right, he has to share the ball a little bit more. He still has a lot of green light, obviously. A steal and a block is okay. Emmanuel quickly had 5 assists, 22 points. Yeah, I mean that one game he got 15 assists was definitely an anomaly. He wasn't going to do that every game, and I'm not sure he's going to average 7 assists, maybe 6 assists a game moving forward. Jacob Poeltl, okay game. The big thing is he's getting consistent minutes, and Scotty Barnes had 4 blocks. Yeah, if he started getting those defensive stats, then of course that's going to help his value. But this year so far, his efficiency has been really, really bad. Oh my god! And he was also turning the ball over a lot. All right, we look at the New York Knicks. Jalen Brunson, he's just not been good. He's not good this year at all. And it seems like he's, he might be hurt, and he's playing through it. That's definitely possible. 55th ranked player. Well, he's still averaging 25 points. He has 7.6 assists. But when we look at him in this game, 2 for 4 from the line, his efficiency overall on the season is still good. But it's just a bad game versus Raptors. Maybe the Raptors athlete really bothered him. Right? He only got to the line 4 times as well. But yeah, compared to last year, this year not so good for Jalen Brunson. Meanwhile, Cat is having an amazing year. 13 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks here. Crazy good efficiency. And honestly, this is the type of player Karl-Anthony, he just has a chance to show it. It's not like he got better this year, right? He's always been this type of player. It's just they're using him correctly, or give him the opportunity, right? And he only took 14 shots. It's not like he had crazy usage. Even a guy like Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges had more usage. So it's the Knicks, they're really spreading the ball around. OG Anunoby had I guess it's his return against his former team at 27 points. Yeah. That was a trade. That's the trade, right? RJ, and then they got OG. But all the guys play well, other than Mikal Bridges, who struggled a little bit. The next one is Detroit Pistons. They beat Brooklyn Nets. The Detroit Pistons, they are coming up. They are moving up the standings. With Jaden Ivey out for season, so I don't know. Maybe Jaden Ivey is not a winning player. Malik Beasley is an absolutely must roster. He will have games where he goes 1 for 11, 1 for 10, but just look at the amount of threes he's taking a game. He can get up 10, 11 threes a game, and he's going to make 3 or 4 of them. Right, and there will be games he pops off, make 8 threes. 23 points, 5 assists, and 2 steals is pretty good. Pretty good. It's really good. 33 minutes too. And because of the blowout, Kate Cunningham played just 23 minutes with 13 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Yeah, he's been balling all year. Jalen Duren, 9 rebounds, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. I would take it. He's getting those defensive stats. Even though it's versus the Brooklyn Nets, it's really not sustainable. Tobias Harris, he could be droppable, to be honest. He could be droppable for sure. Especially if you don't need that efficiency. You should probably drop him or really try to sell him in 2-for-1 trade. Tim Hardaway Jr. had 2 threes. He could be a streamer. He's been starting, so the rest of the Isaiah Store, rest of the guys, they don't really have much value. Although he popped up here with 2 steals and 4 blocks, but it's versus the Nets, who are still without Ben Simmons, they're without D'Lo, they're without Cam Thomas. This is the problem, and they don't even have Cameron Johnson too. This is the problem with the bad Brooklyn Nets team. Is if guys get hurt, they're gonna be out forever. So with everybody out, Keon Johnson and Tyrese Martin, you could string these guys, right? They have good minutes, right? They're gonna get some counting numbers, right? Somebody has to take the shots, right? Somebody has to take 86 shots. You have this many possessions, so somebody has to get the numbers. Noah Clowney played 37 minutes. That really stands out. He hit 5 threes. He had a really good game. So, sure, like he's getting good minutes, and he started heating up. He's somebody we should pay attention to for sure. But I just don't know if he can do this all that much. 29 points is really good though. So if you want to chase, pick him up, sure. Especially if the Brooklyn Nets got a good schedule. Claxton, the minutes is okay. 1 steal and 3 blocks. Sure, right? But, he's struggling a lot this year because, who is really feeding him? So offensively, he's really not doing much. So that impact is field goal, right? He's not even grabbing them any rebounds, but 3 blocks is pretty good. Moving on to the next one, we have the New Orleans Pelicans lost to the Portland Trail Blazers, 119-100. Yeah, it's 2 of the worst teams in the West. And Anthony Towns, he's just been playing really well right now. Played just 29 minutes because of the blowout, but 7 for 11 from the field, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 17 points. Pretty good stuff, to be honest. The worry with him is, another situation. This team has nothing to play for. So if he gets hurt as we get to the end of the season, what's going to happen? Scoot Henderson actually came off the bench, got 29 minutes, 5 assists. He gets a lot of assists. So, if you need that and not afraid of the high turnovers and low field goal, he's somebody you should pay attention to and maybe even roster, right? He definitely has streaming value. Shaden Sharp popped off with 21 points and 4 threes, but he just doesn't do anything else. DeAndre Ayton grabbed 13 rebounds, 7 offensive rebounds. That's good. So with DeAndre Ayton playing, Robert Williams and Killigan, these guys just not getting minutes. Toumani Camara, he just putting up numbers. 5 assists here as well with 3 steals and a block. Yeah, if he's on the waiver wire, for sure. If you need the 3-and-D guy, and we don't know when Jeremy Grant is coming back. Yeah, even when Jeremy Grant comes back, I think Danny Advia is probably the guy that loses some minutes or come off the bench. Danny Advia goes hard this game as well. 26 points and 4 threes. With Jeremy Grant out, he's a must roster. Great win for the Portland Trail Blazers. For the Pelicans, they got Zion back for 1 game, and I guess it's because it was a back-to-back. My God, it's Zion Williamson next year, or maybe next year could be different, right? So I think we could have a situation you can draft Zion super late, and if you pound him free throws, I think he can give you a lot of value if he can just stay healthy next year. And out of the guys who played, right, Herbert Jones played just 18 because, it's a blowout. Nobody played well. It was pretty horrible game all around for everybody. So we go to the next one. This one was a surprise. Denver Nuggets beat the Clippers at home with no Jokic. And did they have, and they don't have, for the Clippers, they did not have Kawhi Leonard. Harden has just been bad. Harden has not been good. I'm so sorry why I gotta keep blurping. 45th ranked player. What is going on with Harden? He's on the season, he's still averaging 8 assists and 1.5 steals and 2.8 threes. Those are good numbers. But for guys that's getting drafted in the end of first round, early second, he has not been good. And he's shooting 39% from the field on the season. And probably five turnovers a game. So, but if you're punting field goal and punting turnovers, it's okay. It's okay to have Harden. 16 points. Obviously, they got destroyed, so the numbers don't look so good. Wow, Norman Powell. I think we really maybe people think that Norman Powell is gonna not get impacted by return of Kawhi Leonard. Um, so if you can get a top 30 player back, definitely do. Well, you know what? Norman Powell, his ranking is he's only the 48th ranked player. I thought he was like a top 30-ish. Right? He's still averaging a lot of points, but the problem with that is, that's all he gave you. 24 points and 3.6 threes. But for such high volume score, he's shooting 48% from the field, so that's good, right? He's not hurting your field goal. So he still has some value, but yeah, you're not going to get a top 30 back. Top 50, 60, yeah, I think he can continue to do that for the rest of the season. Amir Coffey actually is a guy that they're giving a lot of minutes to come off the bench. So if the Clippers got a back-to-back, he's somebody that we could stream. Same thing with Kevin Porter Jr., even though he doesn't get a lot of minutes, but he give you assists. We look at Denver, who played well. Jamal Murray had an okay game with 21 points and 9 assists. Decent, good game. With 4 threes. Russell Westbrook was a plus 18. Yeah, I'm just monitoring Russell Westbrook's situation in Denver. He's playing really, really well. And maybe he could be the guy because he's really cheap right now. Denver can definitely afford to have him for a couple more years. So if he integrate, I think he already integrated pretty well with Jokic with the team. So and they are a contender. This year, I mean, they're a little bit weak, but they get another guy, and Russell Westbrook can contribute. So far, it looks like he can contribute to the team that come off the bench because they're really thin. So pretty good stuff. DeAndre Ayton, sure. If Jokic, a lot of sickness going around. If Jokic somehow end up missing another game, then you can stream him for some rebounds and field goal, and maybe some blocks. Michael Porter Jr. 19 points, 3 threes, pretty good. All Denver guys shot the ball pretty well, right? 55%. Moving on to the last game of the night, Wemby versus Giannis. Yeah, I feel like the Bucks is just a worse matchup compared to Jokic, Denver, because Giannis can guard Wemby pretty well. And also, as the league figured out what Wemby likes to do, he might struggle more offensively. Because if you watch his name, he takes a lot of open threes. If he's making those threes at a higher clip, right, the guy's gonna come up, right? They're gonna have a shorter guy guarding Victor Wemby. They're not gonna have a traditional big that chases Wemby around the block, around the 3-point line. They're gonna have a shorter guy, maybe a power forward, right? There are a lot of 3-and-D guys. They're 6'10", right? They can ball than Wemby, for sure, on the perimeter. So his threes might go down, but if they're actually taking Spurs seriously, right? Their defensive, so that could impact Wemby scoring a little bit. But again, majority of his value, he got 2 steals and 3 blocks. 2 steals and 3 blocks here with 2 3. Still had 2 threes, 10 rebounds. So the defensive side, the rebound is still going to be fine. Devin Vassell goes 4 for 17. But again, if you check the minutes, these guys are getting 30 minutes. So no worries there. And Chris Paul had a great game. CP3 is just really good. At this age, it's actually crazy that when in his Rocket days, when he was still like a top 20, top 25-ish type of player, injury was like a big concern. This year, he played crazy amount of games. He just hasn't missed a game. It's and he's like 5 years older. Stephon Castle started because Sohan was out. He didn't do much. 5 assists, 2 for 12 from the field. But if Sohan continues to be out, if you're looking for some assists and just a little bit of everything, and then you're okay with his bad efficiency, sure, you could stream him. A lot of conditions. For the Bucks, Giannis got his 25 points, 60 rebounds, 8 assists. That's pretty good. Brook Lopez, the Bucks, they got a big team, so Wembanyama could struggle. 1 steal and 2 blocks, 22 points for Brook Lopez. Damian Lillard hit 4 threes. 26.8 assists. Yeah, they all play fairly well. And the Bucks, after the early season struggles, they're back on track. At least in the regular season, we'll see what happens in the playoffs, right? If they lose to the Celtics in 7 games, that's okay, right? That's okay. But if they lose to first round, they lose to a random team, that could be really bad for Doc Rivers and the franchise. Because this is what, season 2 for them? Yeah, this is season 2. That's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.